Okay, picture this. Your SE just closed a really complex deal. They hand off to delivery, and what does delivery get? Either dozens of hours of meeting recordings that they are literally never going to have time to watch, or a 5-minute voice memo and some scattered notes. Sound familiar? So I talk to delivery leaders every day, I talk to SEs every day, and I hear the same patterns over and over again. Either you get 47 hours of discovery recordings and you get all the context is in there, and your team has actual projects they need to work on. They don't have time to be watching 47 hours of meetings. Or you get scraps. You get notes in a Google Doc, maybe a Slack thread. One person literally told me they got a 5-minute voice memo from the AE, and they were just supposed to start a successful engagement from that. That doesn't work. So here's what this actually costs you. Number one, overhead balloons. Your delivery team spends billable hours just trying to figure out what was promised. The project hasn't even started, and you're already burning budget. Number two, trust erodes. The client gets on the kickoff call, and you ask them questions that they already answered. They look at you and they say, "Don't you guys do handoffs?" I literally just talked about this with sales. Uh, and then last, context disappears. All those high level business goals, the transformation outcomes that the customer cares about, the whole why behind the project, the reason they're investing all this money, that of course gets discussed in the sales cycle and then just gets lost. Delivery never hears about it. So delivery ends up building what was literally said, not always what the business really needs for transformation. So this is where Glossa can do it differently. First, automatic capture, right? Instead of hoping that somebody documented everything, Glossa connects to your meeting recordings, email, Slack, Google Docs, anywhere that project context lives. It pulls it all in automatically, so no more like context is in those recordings, go watch and spend half your life doing it. The context is extracted and structured. And then second, smart requirements generation. So from all that context, Glossa creates structured requirements at whatever level of detail that you need. So high level for sales discovery, granular for technical implementation. And it's not just transcription, right? It's actual requirements, and you can create actual acceptance criteria. Third, source citations. So every single requirement links back to exactly where it came from. So which meeting, who said it, what timestamp. So when delivery gets the handoff and thinks, wait, did they really commit to this? They can click through and watch that exact 30-second clip. Not, 47 hours of meetings, just that 30 seconds. Fourth, quality checks. So Glossa flags vague requirements before they become problems, and it catches contradictions. So when one stakeholder says they need one thing and another says they need the opposite, things that are easy to miss when you're dealing with lots of projects and lots of things on your plate. And last, organization. Requirements get automatically categorized so that they're digestible. It's not just like one giant list of all the requirements, but organized by integration needs, data migration, custom development, whatever matters for your business. So instead of delivery receiving either a whole mountain of recordings or a very, very tiny amount of detail, they get structured requirements organized by category with built in quality checks and the ability to trace every single one back to the customer conversation. So, what does that mean? No more billable hours wasted where you're trying to reconstruct what sales promised. No more awkward kickoff calls where you ask questions that the client already answered. No more lost context about business goals and transformation outcomes. Sales focuses on selling, delivery focuses on delivering, and that handoff that is kind of a game of telephone, now it just works. The client feels heard because their goals made it through the handoff. Your team feels set up for success because they know what done looks like. You're not burning budget before the project even starts, and you know that your project is actually going to deliver on those business outcomes that they talked about in the sales cycle. So, if you are tired of losing context in the handoff between pre sales and post sales, if you have ever gotten hundreds of hours of recordings or a voice memo and just been told, good luck, let's talk. Uh, Reach out to me at Ali@glossapro.ai, and I would love to show you in more detail. Talk soon.